Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here with Lara Vancans, who is with Sanctuary Retreats, and we've met with Laura before in the past, and we're going to get an update on Sanctuary Retreats in Africa and everywhere else in the world. And this is Insider Travel Report. Now, Lara, first of all, tell everybody exactly what Sanctuary Retreats is, if they're not familiar with it already.
Sanctuary is a portfolio of luxury safari lodges and camps in Africa and some of Africa's most iconic wildlife destinations, as well as a portfolio of 6 cruises across Egypt, Myanmar, and China.
Yeah, now, let's talk about the camps and lodges. You have 12 of them, right?
We do, and we've just completed about $20 million worth of renovations to our camps and lodges across all 6 countries, yes, from South Africa, Zambia, Botswana, Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania.
And you've done, from a traditional aspect, everybody thinks they know what a lodge and a camp looks like, but you've sort of been renovated in a more contemporary style, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I think as with all hotels and travel products, there's an evolution. Our travelers are looking for something a little bit different. We've really tried to evolve with that trend. So I think you'll see now within the Sanctuary portfolio quite a range, but definitely moving towards that more contemporary style, very much trying to open up all of our lodges and camps. So, no longer is it about dark green tents, and more of that traditional darker vibe, opening up the walls, making sure when you wake up you're surrounded in glass so that the outside is really the star of your bedroom, making everything a little bit lighter, fresher, really bringing the outside in. That's been our goal.
Yeah. Now you also have a new suite, which is actually named after the founder of Abercrombie and Kent, Geoffrey Kent, and you are indeed affiliated with Abercrombie and Kent. It's the Geoffrey Kent suite. Where is that one?
We have 2 Geoffrey Kent suites now, but you're correct. We've just opened up the latest Geoffrey Kent suite at Sanctuary Olanana in Kenya in the Masai Mara. Geoffrey Kent being the founder of Sanctuary Retreat, so that's a nod to him and our pioneering history. We are part of that family of companies, so very exciting to be able to open up that 2-bedroom suite at Olanana. It actually has 2 master suites with a shared large living space, big beautiful wraparound pool with views over the Mara River, and then an additional bedroom for children as well, a connecting room. So trying to sort of really feed that demand either for group travel or for multi-gen family travel.
Well, that's the kind of luxury I like on my safari, that's for sure, and I know Geoffrey, and I'm sure. That's right. Now, talk a little bit about the river cruise side. I know you've been doing a lot of work, and you have a new ship, a renovated ship coming out in Egypt on the Nile. You have, how many ships do you have now on the Nile?
We have 4, and we're really proud to say that, yes, we've been investing in our fleet in Egypt. It's such an exciting time. Egypt is really back. It's one of our most inquired about destinations.
Despite all the recent news, which has been somewhat negative, but I think you told me earlier that we really haven't seen a blip on this one.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a much more resilient traveler, and the draw of Egypt is just so huge. It's so full. Anyone that's been will tell you that it is every bit as magical as your sort of 7th grade self that learned all about the pyramids in Egypt would want it to be. It's incredible, and to see it come back, and for us to be on the Nile, which is really sort of a essential component to experiencing Egypt, puts us in a really great position to capture that market. So yes, last year we invested in the Sanctuary Sunboat 4, which is our 40-cabin Nile River cruiser. So that's back online now, looking beautiful, and the Nile Adventurer, which is our 32-cabin boat, is currently under renovation now and will come back online in September.
And what are you doing to them to update them?
Oh, a lot. We are investing in all of the interior spaces, so we are doing a lot of soft refresh, not so much structural, but really just investing in the spaces. So all new softs throughout the rooms, redesigning all of the common areas. If you look at our sun deck, for example, on the Sunboat 4, we've got this beautiful pool surrounded by Egyptian marble. Sense of place is really important, so whether that's locally sourced fabrics, sort of hand-painted Egyptian detailing on the walls, when you wake up with us on the Nile, we want you to know exactly where you are. You're in Egypt.
Okay. Now, the other thing is you're doing, and it sounds like really you're doing a refresh of all your lodges and camps and your river cruise ships. And I almost forgot you have other river cruise ships. You have Myanmar, right?
We do. We've been in Myanmar sailing between Bagan and Mandalay for quite a few years now.
And then you have the Yangtze as well, right?
The Yangtze Explorer, yes.
Yeah. Now, you also have, as I mentioned a second ago, the philanthropy that you're using with all my, and tell us about how you're working with local communities and how that might benefit your guests.
Absolutely. Well, I think community development and giving back is a really essential component now of all, I would hope all travel, especially sort of the high-end travel that we're involved in. If we talk about Africa specifically, community work is an essential part of what we do, and our travelers are asking for it. Our travel advisors are asking for it. So yes, we're very invested in community. We have lots of great examples of, the way that we're sort of focusing on maybe enterprise as opposed to charity, which I think is a slightly different model and an important evolution in the way that hospitality companies interact with local communities. In terms of the sort of wider conservation umbrella, community work is a really important facet of that, and that's kind of where we focus. So, for example, several years ago down in Zambia, we supported a group of 5 women selected by the community to open a woman-run bike sales and repair shop called the Chipego Bike Shop in a small village just outside Livingston in Zambia. We donated a container of used bicycles, gave them a little training, and they completely took off. They made $25,000 in their first 6 months, $50,000 in their first year, selling and repairing bikes to the local community. And that's a beautiful example of how, with just a little bit of support and investment, these entrepreneurs are there, ready to grow. And that's a self-sustaining enterprise that we've been really, really proud to invest in. And your guests can come and invest in it too.
And that's great. And the guests can feel they're contributing to the local communities. And I guess my last question is, you work with not just Abercrombie and Kent, you work with other tour operators, but how can travel advisors best work with you?
Oh, well, however you best work with the destination that you're interested in. So your travel advisors, if they're watching this and they want to get a hold of Sanctuary Retreats, I would tell them to think of their favorite industry partners who we are definitely supporting. So be it your favorite tour operator, your favorite DMC, we work with everyone in the industry and we really support that channel. So please let us know what we can do. You can always reach out to me or your favorite industry partner for a little bit more information.
And the best website is sanctuaryretreats.com?
Sanctuaryretreats.com.
Lara, great to catch up with you. Great to see what is going on. Wonderful to hear about the renovated ship in Egypt, as well as all your renovations to the camps and lodges that you have in Africa. I look forward to seeing them one of these days. Egypt has been always an interest to me, but it's great that you have such a wide breadth of product in the market today.
Thank you, James.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.